Viewers, this is a story of betrayal. Betraying your own country. Leaking sensitive information to help Pakistan. The country that is responsible for exporting terror to India. Jyoti Malhotra, a popular YouTuber from Hisar in Haryana, a vlogger with close to 4 lakh subscribers, has been arrested for allegedly spying for Pakistan. She is, remember, among the 6 people who have been arrested for allegedly snooping for Pakistan. Jyoti has been arrested under applicable provisions of the Official Secrets Act and the BNS 152 in Hisar. The investigation so far has revealed that she was regularly in touch with Pakistani employees at the Pakistan High Commission, Danish, who was expelled on the 13th of May, remember, on charges of espionage. All right, let's try and decode this for you, how this entire nexus operates. I'm joined by Mr. P.K. Jain, former additional DGP-Maharashtra on the broadcast. Prabhu Dayal, former ambassador, joins us, and Brahma Chellaney, strategic affairs expert, also joins us this evening. Good evening and namaskar to all of you. Can I start with you, Mr. Jain, by understanding how this really operates, how this really moves when there is an insider who's involved in this kind of a nexus between the operatives of ISI and here, where they're trying to portray some other different kind of an image?
Namaskar. Thank you very much for having me on the show. See, the things are very clear. Pakistan Embassy operates as an extension of ISI. This is nothing new about it. The Government of India, the Intelligence Bureau, everybody knows about it. Generally, their personnel are also kept under observation. But human beings being human beings, they do cultivate local people. Anybody who wants to go, who goes to the Pakistan Embassy to get a visa, they try to cultivate him. Then now the Kartarpur corridor has become another place from where the people are recruited, initially with very innocuous kind of things, just befriended and things like that, and subsequently inculcated into their entire intelligence network. And this is apparently what has happened to this lady also. She was a blogger. There are 2-3 things I would like to state here. One is that the Pakistani YouTubers, in a big way, the entire Pakistani social media builds a narrative against India. And they keep on cultivating various people by either offering soaps or by offering money to speak on behalf of Pakistan and how good Pakistan is, or in the name of some India-Pakistan friendship and things like that. Now, this lady had gone to Pakistan. I don't know for the first time whether she had genuinely gone to the Pakistan Embassy to get a general travelogue visa for the travelogue. But otherwise, once she went there, she was cultivated and then she was used. The use was very extensive, as it comes out to be. She has been visiting various defense establishments. She has been sending a lot of information. She has saved the number of the Pakistani operatives under different names. Yeah. They have been communicating on channels which are encrypted, as you very correctly pointed out. So all these things have been happening. Now, once she has been arrested, a whole lot of interrogation will take place, not only by Hisar police, but by the IB, by RNAW, and by the other intelligence outfits in the state. Yeah. And I'm sure that they will go to the end. This particular angle of her going to Pahalgam, her having gone to Bali, I mean, all these things are not the normal things. So she will be grilled thoroughly, and I'm sure a lot of information will come out, not only about these 6 people who have been arrested, but there would be a wider network, I'm sure, which would now come out and which would be exposed. Yeah. I hope that the intelligence agencies are able to, they do their job and
I think that probe still goes on as we speak. Ambassador Dayal, can I then understand from you, this is a matter between 2 countries where an enemy state has employed one of your own citizens against you. What sort of information could a YouTuber, could a social media influencer be privy to? 1, and 2, how does this work between high commissions and embassies and, at the diplomatic level, how does this then work?
It is well known that Pakistan's intelligence agency, the ISI, runs a number of sleeper cells in India. And these sleeper cells work for it in a variety of ways, providing information, developing contacts, doing things which are hanky-panky. We've known it for a long time, so it should come as no surprise that during a crackdown we find that there are some people who were carrying out activities which were suspicious. I would say that any judgment can be passed at this stage because the matter is under investigation as far as Jyoti Malhotra is concerned. But it should come as no surprise that the Pakistani ISI operates in such a manner that it has sleeper cells. Now, you asked this question whether Jyoti Malhotra had a connection with the Pahalgam Terror Attack. Well, there is no doubt that some local help by sleeper cells was definitely provided to the terrorists who came across from Pakistan, because without such local help, an act like that could not have been carried out. So there are sleeper cells in Jammu and Kashmir, but there are also sleeper cells all across the country. And we should have been more alert. We should have cracked down. But as they say, never too late. We have to crack down decisively and unearth these sleeper cells. Now, there were some questions raised about the Pakistan High Commission. Now, I have said on your channel and a whole host of other channels that the Pakistan High Commission in Delhi is nothing but a den of spies. It carries out a range of anti-India activities, and it is the arm of the ISI. And I've said it should be closed down. It serves no useful purpose as far as we are concerned.
Sure.
You know, we have no trade relations, we have no cultural relations, no sporting relations. We hardly have political relations which are
very public and very evident that Pakistan does emanate terror from its soil and to be used against India, whether it's its High Commission or its own army and administration there in Pakistan. But getting Brahma Chellaney into this conversation, Brahma Chellaney, you know, we keep talking about how Pakistan is an enemy state, and certainly is, but the fact that you've got, some of the insiders doing their job and doing anti-India activities obviously is a huge concern, and should be even a bigger concern considering it's your own citizens who have fallen prey to Pakistan's tactics and Pakistan's, nefarious designs.
Foreign intelligence agencies, in order to be able to secure vital information, use citizens of the country from where they are operating. That's why it's very important to safeguard critical infrastructure, especially vital sectors like defense, energy, telecom, finance, from foreign infiltration. Insider threats, make no mistake, insider threats are a potent threat to India's national security. And to deal with insider threats, there has to be better interagency coordination. You need to have better information sharing between intelligence, law enforcement, that is police, military, and cyber security agencies. But insider threats can be dealt with largely through human intelligence, as well as by leveraging advanced technology. For example, to give you one example of how advanced technology can be leveraged, artificial intelligence can be used to analyze large data sets for suspicious patterns in communication, travel, and finance. That's how you can use technology to detect insider threats. But look at what Pakistan is doing. Pakistan is seeking to destabilize Punjab. It's seeking to revive the Khalistan movement in Punjab. And yet, as Mr. P.K. Jain just mentioned, we have opened this Kartarpur corridor. Despite the warning by the then Punjab Chief Minister, Captain Amrinder Singh, he warned that creating this Kartarpur corridor will actually help Pakistan to destabilize Punjab. So we have created a self-inflicted, a self-created vulnerability, and we need to address that, because what we're discussing now is the case of one individual.
Yes.
That one individual cannot cause any significant harm to national security. The way we have allowed a corridor to be created in a state that Pakistan is seeking to destabilize.
I absolutely understand what you're saying, Brahma Chellaney, and I want Mr. P.K. Jain to come in on this. Mr. Jain, the fact that most of these people who have been picked up by the police for espionage charges are from Punjab and Haryana, Now, of course, links are being probed as to whether there is some people from Uttar Pradesh as well. Any particular reason why we're only finding people here? Is it to do more with the Kartarpur corridor, or it has some other different reasons as well?
See, Kartarpur corridor is only one of the avenues which throws up opportunities for the elements who are inimical to the nation. Some element. I am not saying that every Sikh who goes to Kartarpur corridor is an anti-national person, but some elements who are inimical to the Indian state and who want to join Pakistan in destabilizing the country, Kartarpur corridor offers an excellent opportunity for them to go and mix around with their handlers, with the people with whom they want to interact, and create an atmosphere. They get their advice, they get their modalities, they get their training. They further become the sources to induct more people into the system. So that is certainly one of the things. I'm surprised about the people from Haryana and UP getting involved into it, because UP to some extent, yes, because earlier Nepal was being used as a conduit to enter India and send a lot of, fake currency, fake Indian currency used to be peddled through Nepal a lot. So UP, they had some at least connections. UP had a lot of madrasas on the Indo-Nepal border. But Haryana, I'm surprised, because Haryana generally has no love lost for Pakistan. But somehow you find that, this lady also, my hunch is that she was honey trapped first, and subsequently she was given money, plus she was also blackmailed. I mean, that is the general modus operandi of ISI, that if a person does not fall in line where they find that the things are getting uncomfortable now, then the element of blackmail is used. So, to my mind, she should be coming out openly with the information that she has shared with Pakistanis, if she has to save her own skin, or she has to be, in her case, the case has to be soft-pedaled. Somebody has to turn around and say that, yes, this is how we were handled, this is the kind of information we gave. But Punjab, I would not like to name a particular party, but Punjab, under a particular rule, has certainly given a lot of leverage to anti-Indian forces, pro-Khalistani elements, and things like that. One of their guys still, he's been incarcerated in Guwahati jail. So Punjab has that atmosphere where some people feel that they should have Punjabi Suba. Despite the fact that a number of Sikh gurus were persecuted by the Mughals, still, I don't know, somehow Pakistan has been able to get through that, that iron armor and get to the such elements who want to destabilize the country.
Okay.
Punjab is a very sensitive place.
Sure. Mr. Chellaney, therefore, the question is, what is the solution? How do you prevent this? You mentioned AI, of course, but AI always has its flip side. It is used by criminals as well. You'll always have vulnerable people in a country who need the money, who need the fame, lots of needs and priorities that they might have, and they therefore become more vulnerable to such nefarious designs. And therefore, one would think, how do you prevent such things then?
You raised a good question, Shreya. Counter-espionage has to focus on three things: deterrence, detection, and public awareness. Deterrence comes from prosecuting individuals who are citizens of the country, who are insider threats, prosecuting them successfully, getting them convicted and sentenced is important. For example, the case we are discussing, this lady, she has been arrested under the Official Secrets Act and under a specific provision of the law that relates to activities prejudicial to national security. But the police are still investigating. They have not charged her formally. Prosecuting her and convicting her is more important. But creating public awareness is the key. Education campaigns, educating citizens on espionage threats, especially academics, scientists, business leaders, creating whistleblower channels so that people can provide information, providing secure and anonymous channels for reporting suspected espionage or coercion. This is also very important because people don't want to go to the police to report suspicious espionage activity. If there is a way they can report through secure and anonymous channels without having to face police, you will have more information coming to authorities. So We have to do all that, but public awareness is vital. People don't understand, common people, as to how foreign agents operate. So you have to create that public awareness.
Yeah, and perhaps simplify how they operate, you know, how they can manipulate you at, you know, at your vulnerable, when you're most vulnerable. But I'll leave it there. Hopefully, we will find, you know, the core of this entire nexus, and we'll be able to nab those who've been behind this. But thank you very much to all of you three gentlemen, Ambassador Dayal, Brahma Chellaney, as well as PK Jain, for joining us and helping us understand this entire nexus that has now been emerging.